Good evening. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the news on Hilaal TV. Let's take a look at your top stories. Hamas political chief Ismail Haniyeh has been assassinated in Iran's capital, Tehran, and the group that governs Gaza, Hamas, has blamed Israel for his death. Haniyeh and one of his bodyguards were killed after the building they were staying in was struck, adding that Haniyeh was in Tehran to attend the inauguration ceremony of Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian yesterday. According to media reports, the Hamas leader was killed when an airborne guided projectile hit a special residence for military veterans in the north of Tehran, at where he was staying at around 2 a.m. this morning. Joining me now, I'd like to welcome Emad Saber, who is the Hamas International Relations Director for East, Central and Southern Africa. Emad, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shukran so much for joining us. First of all, condolences on the passing of Akhi Ismail. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for him and his family, and of course grant him Jannatul Firdaus, inshallah, ameen. Emad, let's start off with regards to just what did Haniyeh mean for the resistance and the fight against Israel?
Yeah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Firstly, let me give the offer my our losses and our losses, all of us and all of free people around the world, of the leader and Sheikh Mujahid Ismail Haniyeh. Ismail Haniyeh, he's the head of the movement, Hamas movement. He have a big history with the struggle against the occupation, the Israelis' occupation. He was in the prison many times. He was in. He tried all type of struggles against this occupation until he get what he wants. Actually, as murder, as many of Palestinian people. So Ismail Haniyeh also, he former prime minister for Palestine in the last election took place in Palestine. So Ismail Haniyeh is meaning a lot for every Palestinians. All Palestinians, he's the head of the movement and the resistance in Palestine. But for Hamas and for our people, now we are looking at genocide in Palestine, in Gaza Strip. There is more than 40,000 martyrs, Palestinians killed by Israelis occupation. And there is more than 17,000 children killed by the Zionists. So we are talking about thousands of. It's only from October 7th. Before of October 7th, for 7 or 8 decades, also many thousands of Palestinians were killed by Israelis. Occupation and this terrorist army. So the blood of our leaders, of Hamas leaders, no matters than our children and Palestinian children blood. So we are. It's not the first time we are losing some assassination. If Israel, it tried it before. They assassinated Sheikh Ahmed Yassin, who established the movement, and Dr. Abdulaziz Rantisi, and dozens of the leaders of the movement also killed.
Emad, Hamas has been constantly traveling to Qatar to negotiate ceasefires, and there's been to and from. Does what happened now change a lot of things? Because Hamas had agreed the terms, the release of the hostages. But of course, Hamas had asked for 2 things, the stopping of the genocide and of course, the ending of the occupation that is currently happening in Gaza. does what happened now change a lot in terms of these negotiations going forward?
Look, to be honest, Israelis, they are not honest and they are not serious about the negotiation and about ceasefire from the first day. Israelis put the conditions and then changed it, and many times happened with this negotiation. So they are not serious, and that what happened with assassination the leader Ismail Haniyeh. It's a proof that the Israelis are not serious about the negotiation, and they want just to continue killing and the genocide against Palestinians and demolished Gaza, and they are now expanding the war to the entire region. They are looking for war in Lebanon and in Iran because they have a lot of problem, and the Israelis never been honest about the peace or about the ceasefire or about with Palestinians. They consider the good Palestinian is the dying Palestinian. They want to they consider Palestinians as not as a human. They are consider them as animals. So they are from the beginning not serious about the negotiation. What happened is proved that they are not serious. How you can kill the one who are negotiate with you about the ceasefire? It's clearly that they have plans, other plans for Palestinians and for Palestine and for the entire region. For us in the movement now, we are studying the situation, and we still we will give a statement about that in a few days.
Emad, the resistance, I mean, they've obviously continued, and you've seen that occurring. Will this fuel the resistance from a political perspective, but also that of the Al-Qassam Brigade, who are, really taking the fight on the ground to the Israeli army?
Look, actually, Israelis they are defeated from on October 7th, and they still they have a losing every day. They lose soldiers and some vehicles and all of what we see in last days and in last 10 months actually. So they are targeting the civilians, they are targeting the infrastructure, but they can't achieve any of their goals. What they said and declared from the beginning of the war, that they will completely destroy Hamas, release the prisoners, and all of this. They didn't achieve any of their goals, and they are able to do that actually. The resistance in Gaza, they still fighting, and they will fight also for months or years. We can fight. They push on us by targeting the civilians, but what we believe that in this aggression against the Palestinian people, and with the blood of the leader Ismail Haniyeh and the blood of thousands of Palestinians, women, children, and all of these people who killed by this terrorist army, the price of this blood, it will be the liberation of Palestine.
Emad, one final question before we have to go to the break. Obviously Iran and Turkey have said that there's going to be ramifications for what has happened. And the question I ask you is, there have been Arab League meetings that have occurred, obviously just when the genocide had started, even as recent as a few months ago. Is there a sense that this could be a wake-up call for the rest of the Arab world, or is it going to be more of the same, where this has happened, a very important leader within Hamas has been killed, but it'll be more of the same, really?
Actually, Israelis don't respect any of international laws or any countries also laws. We see the most of West countries and the international community, they are standing behind of Israel and supporting them in all of means. So what if we are talking about the regimes, the Arabic regimes and some regimes? Unfortunately, no, because we must understand that some of them, they are partner to the occupation with the Zionist in genocide against the Palestinian. But when we are talking about the people in these countries, we believe in these people. We believe that people in all of these countries, they are supporting us. They are they need to wake up. Actually, what it's not reasonable to not able to bring a bottle of water to children. They are dying from there's no water, no eat. At least if you can't bring water or food for these people, what you are doing? If you are not woke up now, the price for these people, they will pay in the future, it will be double. So they have to move now. And just a days ago, before brother and leader Ismail Haniyeh murder, he called on to make the 3rd of August to be the day of solidarity with Palestinian in all the world. So it's an opportunity for all people around the world in West and in Arab countries to make this day an milestone for with solidarity with Palestine, and to start from this point to change this realistic to something else, and to play a role in this in this struggle, at least. And we hope in sometimes in time there
Emad,
will be a good role for this.
Emad, unfortunately, I have to stop you there. We are running out of time. Shukran so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That's Emad Saber, a representative of Hamas in the Southern African region.